Hi guys, it's your girl Tanya once again, and I am back with another video. So today's video is going to be on the Fenty Beauty Concealer and the Fenty Beauty Powder, which I haven't even opened yet. And I should have been more prepared. The Fenty Beauty Powder. So I thought we would go ahead and do a demonstration and also see how these work together with the Fenty foundation. And let's just get into it. Let's just stop bullying and get into it now. Alright you guys, so we're going to try out the Fenty Beauty Concealer, and first I'm going to go ahead and use the Fenty Beauty Primer and the Fenty Beauty Foundation. I figured that they would work really good together, so I will go ahead and use those together today. Just going to pump out a couple pumps of the primer. What I like about this primer is that it is very moisturized feeling, but it does mattify and blur. And if you have oily skin, this is definitely going to hold in your oils. Been a little bit closer. There we go. Alright, so I am in the shade 400, and one thing about the Fenty Beauty Concealers is that there's 50 shades of these and 50 shades of these. So if you are in the shade 400, the concealer 400 goes with the foundation. But if you want to highlight, you can go a shade lighter, which is what I did, and I got the shade 390. So, but when I put it on, I felt like this is more of my summer shade anyway, so I felt like the concealer was a little bit more of my skin tone. So I feel like it would be good for me when I wear it with this, as far as in the summer. But as my concealer now, I could just wear it by itself. But I wouldn't use it to highlight because it is more my skin color. So I'm going to spray my brush with a little bit of Fix Plus. I'm just going to blend that in. And like I said, it is my summer shade, so it's a little bit on the orange side. A little bit more warmer and darker than what I am now, but it'll work for today. So we are having like a blizzard here. So we're completely snowed in. So I'm like, man, while I'm snowed in, crank out some of these videos. I got a bunch of new stuff that I need to review. And I always do my ears because, especially now that my hair is short, you can really see my ears. So if the foundation's not matching the ears, it looks pretty weird. So I try to drag it in those areas. Oops, my mirror is tripping. My vanity is such a mess. Like, there you go. Alright. So it doesn't look bad. Like I said, it is my summer shade, so it is a little bit darker. Probably a little bit oranger and warmer. So we got that on. So now I'm going to go in. Whoa, I almost dropped my mirror. I'm going to go in with the 390 concealer. And one thing I will tell you that I like about this is that the doe foot applicator is very, very flexible. Like, and it says a little goes a long way. And I believe that to be true, but I'm going to just do me and go in a little bit. This one is a little bit more on the orangey side. So I like concealers that are like this, more to correct. But no worries, because I have a yellow concealer that I could just kind of throw in the mix there to highlight with. So and this concealer you have a little bit of wiggle room to let your concealer kind of like sit on the skin a little bit, so you do have a little bit of wiggle room for that. I'm trying to find my concealer so I can highlight my face, but I can't find my matte concealer. Like, what the heck? I'm just gonna use this one. This one's a little bit lighter. This one's a little too light, but okay. Okay, I'm gonna do this part right here. That's it. 'Cause this one's a little too light. And I don't like my face shining too bright like a diamond. Alright, so I am going to blend that out, and I'm going to use the same brush that I was using. I've been liking to use this brush for some odd reason to blend out concealer lately. So I'm just going to continue to do that. And like I said, this one is a little bit more on the orangey side. And I'm going to have to pick up another one that's a little bit more on the yellow side to highlight a little bit better. And I just kind of stipple it into my under eye area. And I'm going to take my beauty blender and kind of blend back over it. But for now, we're going to start with this, because I'm going to go back in too with a little bit of a lighter shade. But this concealer really doesn't settle into my fine lines at all. Like, it just, it's nice. It's nice. So I'm going to go and wet my beauty blender really quick, because I didn't do that, and I'll be right back and we'll blend it out. So I grabbed my beauty blender and we're just gonna blend up and blend it out. Kind of take the ends and kind of blend it into the foundation. It's very creamy, which I like creamy consistencies, so it's very creamy. And it's really radiant and pretty. I like it a lot. So I'm just going to go ahead and blend this out too while I'm here. Since everybody showed up. And I'm also going to take that same concealer that I had, if I can find it now. I put things down and it just gets lost. There it is. And I'm just going to kind of do, I said I wasn't going to do a big bold highlight, but I'm just going to put one dot there. And two dots there. And just a little small dot there. Just because I don't want it to be too bright, but I want a little bit of highlight there. And the Fenty one's a little bit too orange for me. And I don't feel like getting up to get my other concealer, so we'll work with what we got to get it together. Alright, so I am going to also use the Fenty powder. I have the shade Honey, but I think I'm going to take it back and get Banana, because I think that one would be better to set my under eye concealers with. This one is just a little bit too much of my skin tone, and I didn't realize that when I purchased it. So it is like this shade. So, but I'm going to try it under the eye today anyway, just so you guys can see. And it looks like this, so this might work. Kind of like, it almost reminds me of my Sacha Buttercup, like on the shade. Like, it's not something that I would probably, actually it's probably a little bit darker than the Sacha. But there comes with 8 shades of these guys. Honey. I think Banana is probably going to be the one that I use, because this one's a little bit more my skin tone color. So I probably won't be, I'll probably be returning this one and getting Banana instead, because I think that one might work a little bit better as far as the highlighting is concerned. Yeah, I think that one might be better for me. But the packaging is really cute. On the powder, it is pretty mattifying. But it's really pretty. Like, it's soft. I like it. So, yeah. Not bad. I would like to say that I would probably get, like I said, the lighter one. So I'm gonna just go over it just to make this makeup look right with the flower powder, which is a little bit of a lighter yellow shade. And I'll probably just go over that, just so you have a little bit more of a brightness underneath the eye. Because the Honey is just a little bit too on the yellow side. Like, for a darker girl, that would be beautiful for an under eye highlight, but for me, Banana will probably be the better. So, alright you guys, so let me go ahead and finish the rest of my face, and I will be back to give you my overall thoughts on the Fenty concealer and the Fenty face powders, translucent face powders. Be right back. Alright you guys, so this is the overall look, and I have to say, I'm not even gonna lie, I really love this stuff. Like, she was on point when she said this was called The Cure, and the fact that it has 50 shades is like super amazing. Like, I don't know, Fenty does it when it comes to complexion products. Like, Rihanna, she gets it when it comes to complexion. So I really, really like this. Like I said, it's a little, I like the fact that it's creamy. I like the fact that you can leave it on your eyes for a minute and let it sit, go make some coffee, come back, and it still looks good. Like you can blend it out. It's not going to just be stuck right there. But once you blend it out, then it's there, you know. As far as the setting powders, I do like the setting powders. I do feel like it is a little bit of a learning curve when it comes to these setting powders. I feel like when you put them on your sponge to apply, and I do feel like you do need to use a sponge. When you use that to apply, you want to kind of dust it off a little bit and then apply it, because it starts to look a little bit cakey, which is what happened here, and I didn't do it that way. I would suggest that if you're wanting to use a brightening one, I would probably just stick with the banana. Like, I mean, that's pretty much what we're using today anyway, right? So I would probably stick with that. But there's 8 shades, so everybody can get a shade of translucent powder, and I feel like it gives you a little bit of coverage. Like, I feel like it gives you just that little bit of, you know what I mean? So I mean, it's wonderful. I definitely would recommend this. This, I believe, is $36, and you get 28 grams of product. I looked through all of my setting powders, and none of them had 28 grams of product in them. Like, even like my, hold on, like my Pretty Vulgar, and that's pretty big. Like, this is a pretty big one. This one was 25 grams. This is 28. My flour powder is 14 grams. And let me grab my Laura Mercier just to show you the difference in the size of these powders. Be right back. Okay, so I lied about the Laura Mercier. The Laura Mercier is actually 29 grams of product. So you do get a little bit more in the Laura Mercier. But these powders are amazing. They do come out matte. They are really, really beautiful, and the fact that they have a super deep shade in these translucent powders blows my mind. It just blows my mind. So yes, I would totally recommend this for women over 40, because this concealer does not seep into my fine lines. And I'm just going to get a little bit closer and let you guys see how it looks. Like, it does not seep into my fine lines. Like, how can you beat that? Like, how can you beat it? Like, I just don't get it. It blows my mind. Blows my mind. So, yeah, you guys, I definitely would recommend it. They are at Sephora, Sephora.com, and also Fenty.com if you are looking to buy these products. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate the love. If you have not already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. My name is Tanya, and I do makeup reviews, makeup tutorials, and wig reviews, and I like to do it for women over 40 because I'm over 40, you know. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next one. Peace.